Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a new weekend reading vlog. I keep calling these weekend vlogs even though I always close them on like the next Friday or the next Saturday. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I really try though to keep them like only the weekend because during the week I don't have time to update anything at all. Anyways, it is Saturday morning right now, February the 7th. My son has a cheerleading class, but no tumbling this morning. So he usually practices at a 1:45 in the afternoon until 3:45, but they moved it up to 11:45 instead because there's a lot of teams, not my son's team. So there's basically three different programs in the competitive section of cheerleading. They have the provincial program, which is the one my son is in, but nationals and internationals are competing this weekend, but not my son. So that's why they moved it up a little bit earlier, because the coaches that do coach the provincial program are also in teams that are competing during this weekend. So to make sure that they can go ahead and compete and still coach their teams. That's why they moved it up a little bit earlier. So we're going to go do that. And I have some errands to run because I need to get ready for craft fairs. I applied to 6 craft fairs. 4 of them are just a one-day thing. So it's not the full weekend. 1 in August, 2 in May, and 1 in April. Those 4 I have been accepted and I am going to be doing. And then the other ones, I'm still waiting for an answer, but I do need to get my inventory up. I do need to buy some fabric. I do need to get on top of all of that. So before I leave this morning, I do need to make a to-do list because I have so many things I need to order and buy. A lot of things are online, but I also need to go buy fabric, and I'm not buying that online. I do need to go to the store. But I also need to see, like, what do I need to buy? Like, what inventory am I trying to get up and going? So yeah, I need to do a checklist. What do I need to buy? What do I need to get? What is a priority for me to focus on? I do have such a big to-do list for my business. It's ridiculous. If you've seen last week's vlog, I don't want to get back into it, but I've been struggling a lot. I'm struggling to get everything done and getting back on top of things, and school being a lot of my priority stuff, and I'm not prioritizing my business because of that, and I'm trying to rest in between all of that. I'm trying to take care of myself at the same time, but it's just not working out, and I'm so frustrated. Anyways, you can go watch that video, especially towards the end where I talk about my Mario Kart imagery. It's the best way I could explain it, but I don't want to revisit that again in this vlog because I feel like I repeat myself a lot sometimes. But anyways, reading-wise, my plan right now is to finish The Kite Runner. So I'm now a third through. I'm on page 132. I want to finish this. It is reading quite quickly, even if it's harsh to read and very violent. We are in a state of war here. So there's that, but it reads well and the writing flows well. So I do appreciate that. I want to finish that one and then probably make some progress in Ship of Destiny, which I don't have with me here, and probably start Wind and Rising. I did do some shopping therapy because I didn't feel well this week, and I did receive some music sheet, and at the same time I bought myself a baton of directing, and like I used to have like the very cheap ones, and the first one that I had actually broke in half, so there's that. But it's a cheap one. I paid maybe $12 for it It's only like a thin piece of wood lacked in white paint. So yeah, I bought a new one, which is carbon fiber, and it does have a little weight at this end, the part where you hold in your hand, and it feels really good to hold in. And it did cost me a little bit more than $12, but I splurged. I needed retail therapy, so I did that. And then I told my husband, and he said, "Oh, you're spending," but like he never complains because he thinks that I always deserve it when I do. But I've been eyeing it for a while, and then I sent him a little later a book meme of some sort. I don't remember what it was, but then he responded by saying, "Well, I wanted to buy you a book to make you feel better, but like you already bought yourself something." And I was like, "But like I can do both. I could still go get myself a book for shopping therapy, even if I did buy myself something else." Um, so we're probably gonna go there today at the bookstore while running errands and fabric. That's mostly what I'm gonna be doing. I'm looking at my February TBR and what I want to get done for the buzzword for the year in Ilja, and I might want to buy the memoir from Sir Anthony Hopkins because it's not cheaper in e-format. It is very expensive, but it's I'm not gonna be saving even a $5 if I take it like the e-format. So I might as well get it in a hardback because it just got published not so long ago in 2025, but still, it's quite still recent. So I might do that if they have it on stock. I might also get the next Book of Babel if they have it, Arm of the Phoenix, if they have it, because I did start a dedicated vlog for that series. So I might get that so I can continue that vlog. I don't know yet. We'll see what they have on hand. I'll try to film ish. I'll try. And I do want to edit something, start editing this morning and getting back into like scheduling for social media and organizing my life for business and YouTube and all that stuff, because I was planning on editing so many things, but school got the most of it after a while. So I need to get back to that. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling because I'm repeating myself again. So that's the plan for today, and I'll update you tomorrow. I'll update you a little bit later. Tomorrow I've got band practice, and in the afternoon, nothing is planned other than trying to get back with stuff and reading and editing, all that stuff. So that's my focus for the weekend. I do have a couple of things I need to get done for school, but it's little things. I do have a poster I need to do for my high school students, but it shouldn't take too long. I won't make it perfect. I'll just try to do something fun quickly and send a couple of emails for school. That's the only thing for school I'm going to do, and the rest of it should go smoothly. And yeah, focus on the business and reading and the channel. Trying to do that and get my mind off of school right now and focus on something else should be good. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you at that for now, and I'll see you a little bit later. Hey everyone, it is Saturday supper time-ish. I didn't really read. We just got back home not too long ago. I did take a couple of minutes to sit down and just breathe a bit. And then I put stuff away. We did buy quite a bit of things. So I bought maybe $1,000 worth of fabric, which seems a lot, but like once it's gonna be finished sewing, it's gonna be worth way more than that. Obviously, because otherwise there's no point in this business. But I really, really needed all of this fabric to get going and get my inventory up so that I can sell some more. So there is that. My mom is helping me out, so that's the good news. It did take me quite a bit of time to cut all of the fabric. It took us maybe like a good 30 minutes to get all of the fabrics cut. But yeah, I think we made some good choices. I'm happy with what I chose. I wish we had time to do my hair because it looks really, really horrible. And I hate it when it's this color. And we were supposed to do it like for the last 2 weeks, but we didn't end up doing it, feeling too tired. And right now we are feeling very, very tired. So we're not going to do it this evening, but I'm going to try to do it tomorrow evening before going to bed. That's what. So throughout the whole cheerleading practice, we went to the fabric store and then we went back to go get our son, and we went to the bookstore. So I got 2 books. The first one for my son is a One Piece bind up volumes 1, 2, and 3, all in one. He just started watching the series, the anime, and he's really enjoying it. There's a little girl in his class that is just a big, 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 big fan of One Piece and talks about it a lot. And he decided to finally give it a try. I've been telling him he would enjoy it for a long time, but like now he's going through episodes like so quickly. And then when he saw this, he was obviously very interested in the books. So yeah, books 1, 2, 3. The bind up was way cheaper than the individual volumes. So we went with the bind up option. So that's the first book. And then there was a couple of books that I was interested in, but I decided to keep it at one book because first of all, I already bought myself a new baton, which cost quite a bit. And the book that I chose to get myself was quite pricey. So I decided to just get one for now and I'll go back later. I'm happy with the choice I made. So I ended up getting Anthony Hopkins' memoir, which is called We Did Okay Kid, which is on my Year of Elja, I think, TBR. I think it's the first book of the year in Elja. So for January, which I haven't bought, it just came out like very recently and it is quite pricey. But he is one of my favorite actors since I was a kid. And I first saw the Mask of Sorrow movie. I was like, what, 8 years old, something like that. And yeah, I've been following his work ever since. I didn't watch every movie he made, obviously, but a couple of them. And he's just such a remarkable artist. And yeah, so really interested in this. I think I'm gonna read it probably soon. First, because I'm very interested in the book, but also because it is part of the year in LJ and I do want to get some progress in those in that TBR. So I'm probably gonna pick it up pretty soon. So that's pretty much it for now. I am going to go to my computer to get some editing done and put down everything I need to get done this weekend, but also like in general for my business and also to get on top of the calendar planning stuff for the business. There is a Facebook post I need to do as well as a couple of other things and editing and all that. And right now there's just so many things I want to get done, but I kind of need like to write everything down so I can then prioritize things and get to see what I need to do first because there's a couple of things that are a little bit urgent to get done. So there's that. Anyways, on that note, I'll be leaving you at that for now. I'll update you tomorrow because right now it is quite dark and it is dark in the house, which is not great to film. So I'll get back to you tomorrow during the day after my band practice so that we have a better lighting and better filming situation. So on that note, I'll see you later. Hi everyone, it is now Saturday morning. I had a very busy week and did not get to update during the week and close the vlog, but the good news is I have been feeling way better than I was feeling last week, where everything was all over the place. It still is, but I do feel a little bit more in control of what's happening in my life a bit. So yeah, it's still grading time and report card time, and I haven't finished grading papers and stuff, but I'm still on top of things as much as I can be. So yeah, that's good. The only thing is I caught up with all of my scheduled and uploads on YouTube. I did get everything uploaded for the full week except for today. So I might upload something a little bit later today, or just take a break from uploading today and schedule for tomorrow and so on, for the rest of the week, maybe. I don't know just yet. I have been busy with some appointments as well, and I still have another one on Monday and on Tuesday. It's yeah, but it's going good. I did read, so a bit of an update. Yesterday I read a chapter and I just finished another chapter. So I'm now on page 174. I'm making very small progress, but all week I've been falling asleep really, really early and not waking up, which is not great, but it is what it is. I am still enjoying it for what it is, and we are making some progress through the life of our main character. But I feel like we're now past the point where he moved to the States, what his life was like there. We're making some progress in that, and I am enjoying it for what it is. But like the premise says that Amir gets an unexpected call from the past, and it's taking a very long time to get to that point. Like, we're not even close to when he gets that phone call. And it is talked about in the first chapter. Or is it a prologue? I think it's the first chapter. Yeah, chapter 1. So, yeah, I don't know. Chapter 1 is in 2001. And that's when he gets, I think, said phone call from the past. And we're still in the 80s in here. So we still have like a 20-year gap where we need to catch up on his life. And I feel like, yeah, it's taking a bit long to get to that point. So that kind of bothers me. I don't know if the storytelling in this would bother me as much if I didn't know that there was a phone call from the past coming in the future. I don't know if that's the thing that's bothering me the most. And if I would enjoy it a little bit more if I wasn't expecting that to come up quickly. I don't know. But yeah, it's still a fun read. The storytelling in this is nice. I am enjoying the reading experience and getting to know what it's like to be an immigrant and trying to cope with like wanting to keep your culture and trying to adapt to another culture, but also like feeling like you losing your roots and way of life. It's not easy, especially like knowing you were this very wealthy business person in your country and now you get to work at a gas station, or like they would get a job as quickly as possible just to provide, and they are not as wealthy as they was before, and still being positive, still reminding themselves of their roots and trying to adapt to their new lives. It's not an easy thing. So I'm glad to see I get to read about that because I am not an immigrant. I don't know what that is. I did move a lot, but I never felt like I was an immigrant. Does that make sense? My father was in the army. Like I moved a lot, but throughout Canada, I was not like totally uprooted from my culture, if that makes sense. We did live 3.5 years in Germany when there was a Canadian base there. My sister was born there, but I was very young. We left Germany the day I turned 5. So like I don't recall a lot of it. Mostly like souvenirs my parents told me about. But yeah, I have more souvenirs and memories of things like afterwards than actually being there. But I never felt the way immigrants feel because, first of all, I wasn't fleeing a war that, of all things, is so different. See, that's the other thing, that you're going through all that trauma of being uprooted because you're surviving in the country that you loved because it was your country just went to chaos. So, yeah. And the shift between generations as well. The difference between Amir and his father, how he adapts, especially like when they got to the doctor appointments, and the doctor was Russian, and like there was no way his father was going to see a Russian doctor because of what happened in his country. But like Amir was fine with it because he was not associating the war directly to this doctor. Like, but that was not a line that his father was able to cross because of his trauma. There's a lot of things in here that I do appreciate that are here. It's an interesting read. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not quite at halfway through, close. So yeah, but that's pretty much all I read for now. I am going to leave you at that because I do want to start the new vlog and get things going, because we do have some things to get done today as usual. So thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you soon in the next one.